see something. Yeah. How do we know? Is it live?
Should be. Is it time?
I think it's on, bro.
Yeah, it's live. It's live.
All right, Shalom. We'll start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who well, knew its ties is true. Shalom, wa barakim, lahab, peace and blessings to the elect. All right, we're out here once again. All right, we're the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall and the destruction of America. All right, because America is about to be destroyed according to the Holy Scriptures. All right, so if you brother get Isaiah 58 and 1. All right.
It's Isaiah 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not.
That's right. The Holy Scriptures commands us to cry out loud and to spare not. All right. We're not to spare the feelings of these people. All right. When we come out here and preach the message of the Lord. All right. Whom the world is ignorant of. All right. Continue.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
The Scriptures say, "Lift up thy voice like a trumpet." All right. Because what happens in the ancient world when you blew the trumpet? All right. It represents war. It represents an evil time coming to the land. All right. And that's what we're doing. We're blowing the trumpet, and we're warning the people of the great evil that is about to come to the land of America. All right. Continue.
And show my people their transgression.
That's right. The people of the Lord are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right.
All right. And they're constantly transgressing the laws of the Lord. Okay. Shaving their beards. All right. Eating pork. Okay. Being adulterers. All right. Being homosexuals. All these things are coming to a swift end. All right. Continue.
In the house of Jacob their sins.
That's right. In the house of Jacob their sins. Okay. I just went through a list of their sins. Okay. Get Jeremiah 30. Verse 7.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30. Is that verse 7?
Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. And it reads, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble."
That's right. All right. Do that again.
Jeremiah chapter 30 and 7. "Alas, for that day is great."
That's right. Alas, for that day is great. All right. We're coming into the great day of the Lord. Okay. All right. We're coming into that great day of the Lord. Continue.
Come. It says, "It is even the time of Jacob's trouble."
Read it again.
Come. Jeremiah 30 and 7. "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like
That's
it."
right. The Scriptures say, so that none is like it. All right. The time that we're coming into, there hasn't been a day like this. Okay. All the horrible times that has been recorded in history, all right, is not going to be comparable to the time that we're about to enter into right now. All right. Continue.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
That's right. The Scriptures refer to the times that we're coming into as Jacob's trouble. Okay? Because the whole world is going to be in trouble, but the main particular people that's going to be in trouble are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? Jacob, the nation of Israel. All right? Continues.
But he shall be saved out of
That's
it.
right. But he shall be saved out of it. All right? Because the Lord is going to save a remnant. All right? Get Isaiah the first chapter. All right? The Lord is going to go ahead and he's going to save a remnant. All right? That's why we come out here. All right? Because we preach the message to that remnant, the elect. All right? The elect of the nation of Israel that's going to wake up. All right? Because the Lord is going to save that small number. He's not going to completely do away with the nation of Israel. All right? But for the rest of the world, the rest of the 2/3 that's not going to get right, that's not going to hearken to this message, they're going to be destroyed. Get that. Isaiah 1 and 9.
This is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 9. "Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant."
That's right, a remnant. All right, another word for the remnant is elect. It's the elect. All right, and the scriptures say it's a very small number. That's why you see only a few, all right, preaching this word out of the multitudes that's out here, man. There's hundreds of people out here right now. There's a concert going on at the Royal Farms Arena right now. All right, but yet there's only a few people out here preaching the Lord. All right, continue.
We should have been as Sodom and should have been like unto Gomorrah.
That's right. If the Lord didn't set aside that remnant, that small number, whom he's going to come back and save, we would have been destroyed. All right, because Sodom and Gomorrah was completely and utterly destroyed for its wickedness and its sins. All right?
Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time.
That's right. Now it is high time, all right? Not tomorrow, okay? Not in the future, get Sirach 5, okay? Right now, all right? Continue.
That it is high time to awake out of sleep.
That's right, the Lord said it is high time to wake out of sleep, man. All right, it's time for our people to wake up, all right? It's time for you to wake up to who you are, man. You're not a Negro, man. You're not a Hispanic. You're not a Native American. You're an Israelite, all right, from your prospective tribes, and the Lord said it's time to wake up, all right? Continue.
The night is far spent. The day is at hand.
Read that again. 11.
Romans 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
That's right, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, all right? What does that mean? The Lord, whom the world calls Jesus Christ, his true name is Yahushua HaMashiach, is on his way here, man. All right? The Lord is closer to his return than when you even believe, man. All right? That's why it's time to wake up, man. Because when the Lord returns, not only is he bringing salvation to those that are waiting on him, okay, but he's also bringing death and destruction to the rest of the world, man. All right? So it's time to wake up. Okay?
2 Ezra 2, verse 13. Go and you shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch.
That's right. The kingdom is already prepared, man. All right? So you're supposed to be hastening the days, man. Constantly seeking and inquiring of the Lord, man. You're not supposed to be engulfed in the flesh and engulfed with what the society has to offer you. Are you supposed to be constantly thinking about the Lord because he's about to make his return, man? All right?
This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and 1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life.
That's right. You're not supposed to set your mind upon the things that you have and be content, man. All right? Because what? You have received your consolation, man. The scriptures say, woe unto you that are full, man. You're supposed to hunger and thirst for righteousness, man. This place is a wicked world, man. So you're not supposed to be content with this. All right? Continue.
Come on. Verse 2, Sirach 5 and 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength, to walk in the ways of thy heart.
That's right. That's why the scriptures say, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, man. You're not supposed to follow your own mind. You're supposed to follow the Lord. All right? The Lord established the way to go, man. All right? You're not supposed to trust in what you have set up in your mind, to whatever financial plan you have set up, whatever schooling plan you have set up to try to make it in this society, man. Continue.
Come on. It says, and say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
That's right. The Lord is not will surely avenge you of your pride, man. All right? Hold that. Verse 9. 10. Read that again.
Come on. Verse 3, it says, and say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
That's right. That's a prideful statement, man. You thinking that you're not going to be judged according to your works, man. You think you can do whatever you want and you're still going to be okay, man. That's the problem with America, all right? And that's the mentality of the so-called white man, all right? The so-called white man, which is the devil what the Bible speaks of. All right, he committed all these different crimes and atrocities. All right, and he still walks on this earth as if he's not going to be judged, man. All right, repeat that, Jeremiah 17.
Jeremiah 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
That's right, the heart is deceitful, so you're not supposed to follow the heart, your own mind. Heart meaning your mind. All right, that's why Proverbs 3 is supposed to follow the Lord's, trust in the Lord with all that heart. Continue, verse 10.
Verse 10, I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doing.
That's right, so the Lord is He's gonna try your heart and your reins, man. The Lord knows your deepest and darkest thoughts and your intentions. All right, and he judges every man according to the fruit of their doings. All right, every man is gonna receive a reward, man. All right, that's why we're out here. All right, we're out here because we want to receive a righteous reward, man. The 2/3, them not being out here, they're going to receive the reward of the wicked, man. That the scriptures talk about. The scriptures talk about there being a reward for the wicked, all right, which is destruction. All right, continue that Sirach 5.
This is Sirach chapter 5 and verse 4. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering, he will in no wise let thee go.
That's right. All right. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm has happened unto me? All right. The scriptures say what? The Lord is long suffering, he will in no wise let thee go, man. All right. Just like this devil, man, the so-called white man. All right. He's going to be judged. All right. 500 years he's been walking around on this earth. All right. Freely. Okay? Yeah, a fugitive. The scripture says when he was Cain, the scripture says he was a fugitive and a vagabond on the earth, man. All right, but what the Heavenly Father is about to completely destroy this place, man, and judge the wicked, man. All right?
Galatians 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
That's right. Don't deceive yourself, man. All right? The Heavenly Father is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap, man. All right? What has the wicked sown into the earth, man? The wicked has sown slavery. The wicked has sown bloodshed. The wicked has sown thievery. All right? That's what he's going to reap. Continue.
Galatians 6, verse 8. For he that soweth to his flesh shall also of the flesh reap corruption.
That's right. If you sow to the flesh, you're going to reap corruption. All right? Another word for corruption is death, it's destruction, right? The scriptures is known as the book of life. You follow the ways of the scriptures, you will live. All right? You go outside of the way of the scriptures, you're going to die, man. All right? Continue.
But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
That's right. Shall reap life everlasting, man. If you're constantly into the words of the Lord, constantly into the scriptures, man. All right, you're going to reap life. All right, the Lord promised to those that believe on him that they're going to receive life. All right.
The 2 Corinthians 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai, that every one may receive the things done in his body, according to that he has done, whether it be good or bad.
That's right, whether it be good or evil, man. Every man's going to be accountable in that day, man. All right, when the Lord makes his return. Okay? All right, continue, Sirach.
This is Sirach 5 and verse 5. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin, and say not, his mercy is great, he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins.
That's right. The scripture say, be not without fear, man. To add sin unto sin. All right. Majority of our people, the 2/3 of our people, all right, they don't have fear of the Lord. All right, so they continue to go in their own way. All right. That's a saying in the church, man. They're talking about how the Lord is merciful. Okay? The Heavenly Father is merciful, but he's not a pushover, man. All right? You can't just do whatever you want and think that the Lord is not going to judge you, man. All right? Continue.
For mercy and wrath come from him.
That's right, because the Lord is not only merciful, wrath also comes from the Heavenly Father, man. All right, continue.
And his indignation rested upon sinners.
That's right, the Lord's indignation. Indignation is righteous anger, okay? And it rested upon the sinners, man. Those that transgress against the Lord's commandment, man. All right, continue.
Verse 7, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord and put not off from day to day.
That's right. That's why we're out here calling on to our people, man. Calling on to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you're not supposed to make tarry, meaning take your time to come back to the Lord. All right? And it said what? Put not off from day to day. Okay? The Lord's supposed to be your number one priority, man. You're supposed to run to the Lord swiftly. All right? Continue.
Come on. It says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
That's right. While you're out here in mirth, you're out here partying, you're out here fulfilling your flesh, and not thinking about the Lord, his wrath is going to come upon you suddenly. Continue.
And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
That's right. In your security, you're going to be destroyed, man. All right? When these people finally save up the amount of money that they've been planning for, all right? They finally get that job. They finally feel comfortable and secure. That's when the Lord's going to destroy you, man. The Lord's going to let you build up just to destroy you, man. That's what he did with the so-called white man. All right, that's what he did with the Hamites, man, in Egypt. He let them build up, then he came to destroy them. All right? Finish that last verse.
It says, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
That's right. It says, and perish in the day of vengeance, man. All right? The day of vengeance is coming to this earth, man. And these people aren't feared. They have no fear. They have no care in the world that we're telling them that the Lord is coming back, and he's coming back with vengeance, man. All right?
This is Job 36, verse 18. It says, because there is wrath, beware, lest he take thee away with his stroke. Then a great ransom cannot deliver thee. Will he esteem thy riches? No, not gold, nor all the forces of strength. You know, the Lord ain't going, he's not going to accept any amount of riches that you have, man. You know, the scripture says riches should not profit in the day of wrath, man.
That's right.
You know, so people saving up carnally as if that's going to do something. But we know that wisdom and knowledge is the only thing that's going to preserve you in them days, man. Wisdom and knowledge of the Heavenly Father. So we storing up the spiritual riches, if you will, so that we can profit in those days.
That's right. In that same scripture, it says, riches profit not in the day of wrath. It also says, but righteousness delivereth from death, man. All right? And we know that the righteousness of this time is faith. Faith in being faithful unto the Lord is what's going to deliver us out of this hell that's about to be brought to the earth, man. All right?
Yeah, I got something real quick. This is Ezekiel 7:19. It says, they shall cast their silver in the street, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. Yeah, because when all hell breaks loose, when this society comes, when these people see nuclear missiles in the sky, they can cast their silver and gold in the street. It's not going to be able to deliver them. It's finished. I did a video on the spiritual board, that scripture out in Sirach, the 5th chapter. Now, when them earthquakes kick off, it be calm. It's like this. Calm and serene is like this. And then when the earthquakes kick off, everybody all running and everybody all scared and everybody all in the streets and stuff like that. Stuff falling down, man. All of that riches that people have accumulated and stuff like that, it don't matter then, man.
Yeah.
It didn't matter to the guy that the house fell on his head, man. You know?
Straight up. And you talking about an earthquake shaking these people up. All right, a brother sent a video in earlier today about just what one nuclear missile will do, all right, if it landed, okay? And the Holy Scripture said what? 200 million missiles are about to hit America, man. That's and a one nuclear missile makes an earthquake look like paradise, man. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's the type of destruction and devastation that we're letting these people know about, but they still don't want to listen, man. All right, but that's okay because that's in the scriptures. All right. Get that. 1 Thessalonians.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
That's right, all right, because we know perfectly of what time and season we're in, man. All right, we're in the time and season of death, man. Mass death. Because the Lord said when he returns, the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right? So the Lord is about to come back and slay the majority of the people that we see. All right? But these people don't know it. All right? They're thinking that they're going to live to 100 years old. These people are thinking that they're going 20 years from now, 40 years from now.
Yeah, the scriptures say that inward thought is that the houses shall last forever.
Yeah.
They're going to pass their generation after generation, like the brother said.
Yeah. But that's not true, man. The truth, which we're declaring, is that this place is about to be destroyed, man. All right? Continue.
Verse 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
That's right. The day of the Lord come as a thief in the night, man. All right? That's why these people don't know. All right? They don't know that the Lord's coming back, all right, like a thief, okay, to take over this place, man.
Right.
All right? Continue.
For when they shall say peace and safety.
That's right, and that's what they're saying right now. They might not be voicing it with their mouth, but you can see it in their faces, man. You can see it in the way they walk. All right? They think that they're in a good case, man. These people think that they're in a good case. So go in and read that again.
Come. 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child.
That's right. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, man. All right? And the scriptures liken that destruction like a woman that's in travail with a child, man. All right? And that's what's going to happen when all these prophecies start to take place in the land. It's going to be like a woman giving birth. All right? A woman when she gives birth. All right?
Well, in a time when martial law comes and the society collapses, people are going to want to be in a state of normalcy. You know, that's why they're going to be tempted to take the microchip, the mark of the beast. You know, because that's going to be when they say, look, we can give you peace and safety. You take the microchip, you do this. And you know, people are going to want things to get back to normal, and that's when the destruction is going to come, man.
That's why the scriptures say that as in the days of Noah, so shall it be the coming of the Son of Man. But they was eating and drinking, so it's going to seem like they had something established a little bit. Like normalcy was setting in, man. You know? Yeah. These people don't understand. The Most High got them in a trick bag, man. You know? And they look at us when we say America's going to be destroyed, and they like, man, you know, they've been just doing the same things for their whole life. And there ain't been no real interruptions. The virgin daughter of Babylon. You know? But the Lord ain't allowing you people to see the signs, man. You know? So it can come on you unawares.
Right. Don't make it that much worse, man. What happened?
The scriptures say like a snare shall come upon the people. It's going to come upon these people as a snare. They're not going to see it coming.
2 Ezra 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
That's right. The plagues of the Lord draw nigh and are not slack. All right. The scriptures say the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
2 Ezra 16, verse 3. Yeah, a sword is set upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is set among you, and who may quench it?
That's right. This is some of the plagues, man. All right? A sword is set upon these people. And who's going to turn it back, man? There's going to be race wars out here, man. All right? All the guns that these degenerate Negroes have, all right, and these degenerate Latinos have, man, they're going to start using it on each other, man. All right? These Edomites, they're actually part of the NRA, all right, going to the gun range and practicing that shot, taking their little boy, 2, 3 years old, teaching them how to use his blessing. All right, they're about to, everyday people will start shooting people in the streets, man. All right, the scripture say a fire is sent. Who's going to send it back? All right, when the Lord starts letting loose on these people, when he starts letting these plagues hit Egypt again, spiritual Egypt again, which is America, all right, nobody's going to be able to turn it back, all right?
Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
That's right. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? All right, you're not going to be able to drive these plagues away, man. Sword, all right, famine, death and destruction, man. These are the plagues that are about to come to this earth, man. Pestilence, and chiefly America, because America's been the most wicked kingdom ever to be on the earth.
Yeah, this is the house of unroyal villages. It's the place of carelessness, man.
That's right.
It's like Disneyland, you know, amusement. That's what's going to make it all greater. The scriptures say the Lord had made Babylon a golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. The people overseas, they know suffering, man. People in the Middle East, Yemen, okay, up there in Syria, they know suffering, man. But the American people, they don't know the suffering, like the suffering that's about to come, man. And the suffering that's about to come to America is going to be way worse than over there overseas, man. 60 Minutes, they were talking about how the ISIS came in and raped some women, kept them as sex hostages and stuff like that. What's about to come to America is going to make what's going on in the Middle East look like child's play, man. Because America is going to be totally destroyed. It's going to be laid desolate, man.
Right.
But before then, it's going to be a series of events that these people are not going to be able to handle, man. Look at them. They're all on their cell phones. They're careless, man. They're careless. So when it happens to them, it's going to be shocking. You know?
It's going to be way worse.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible, man. Like you said, the scripture said, a time of trouble such as never seen before. Yahweh Shai even reiterated on what Daniel said, man. So how much more so Yahweh Shai had the counsel of his father, man?
Second Ezra 16, verse 38, or 37 again. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
That's right. The Lord said these plagues are not slack, man. So when the Lord starts getting loose on America, he's not going to hold back, man. The Lord's about to go full force. He's about to pour his wrath and full. All right, he's not going to hold back, man. All right, and the scriptures call America the virgin of Babylon, man. All right, because it's never been hit before, man. It's never been invaded. All right, it's never gone through hardship like the brother was speaking about, man. But the Lord is about to pop that cherry, so to speak, man. All right, continue.
Well, it's no wonder that the missiles are shaking the way it's shaking, man. You know?
That's right.
We're about to get totally ravished, man.
That's right.
As when a woman with child is in her ninth month, bringing forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
That's right. Within 2 to 3 hours, a woman, when she's about to give birth, she has contractions. That's what they call them today. They call them contractions or birth pains, man. That's like the plagues that are about to hit America. The great earthquakes, the great natural disasters, the rioting, all right? The race wars, the civil wars. That's like the plagues that's about to hit America. Continue.
Bro, you see, when they have those contractions, they start to happen stronger and stronger and quicker, or throughout less time and less time. And you see in the world, you have the natural disasters hitting back to back to back, man. You know, it's like they don't get no break. You know, the uprisings of the people's constantly protests it's feel like all year long, man.
Exactly.
You know, because it's speeding up. You know, the contractions is actually starting to happen, man.
Right.
You know, if you're paying attention to the signs.
great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
That's right. The pains, they slack not a moment. Like the brother said, we're already in those contraction stages, man. All right? The plagues that are hitting America, they slack not a moment, man. And when a woman is giving birth, all right, the contraction gets even more painful, all right? And they get quicker, closer to each other as each one goes by, man. That's what's happening onto America. Continue.
Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth.
That's right. Even shall the plagues not be slack that come upon the earth. You guys got a question?
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah, what is it?
Y'all religion, prophet organization.
We're the Hebrew Israelites. All right?
Y'all the first people of God.
We're the people of the Lord. All right, what's your nationality? What's your nationality? What do you go by? Now, I'm not talking about you. We're not religion. I'll tell you right now. We're not religion. All right? Religion goes back to religare, which means to hold back. But religio, which means to hold back. All right? It's something that the so-called white man used to bind up the people. African American. All right, you know what African American goes back to? I like slave. We'll get Matthew 10. All right, because this is exactly why we're out here. All right, because we once used to walk by.
So y'all different from the guys that live in Green and all that?
All of it. Yeah, we different.
Yeah.
But they are Israelites. They teach a different doctrine.
Yeah.
The basis of it is the same. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we're telling our people who we actually are. That we just want to strip from our nationality. Oh,
Exactly.
get Jeremiah.
Yeah, get that.
We just want to strip from our nationality. So they do teach that we are the chosen people of God. But then when you get to the nitty-gritty of things, you start to see a difference.
You an Israelite.
Right.
Y'all Israelites.
Yeah.
You just don't know it.
Basically, Yahshua is y'all God.
Yahweh Shai is our Lord. Yahweh is our the heavenly
Y'all
Father.
will country in Israel.
Right.
It's not a rush. And that's what the Lord's about to do. He's about to come back and give us our own land. But first, we have to wake up our people.
Well, that's because they want to put that, they just like they put black on us. Well, we ain't the only dark-skinned people on planet Earth. You know, but they don't want, they trying to keep us away from who we are. Psalms 83. You know? They all, if we was to know who we were, then we would think that we were special people. You know, they don't want us to think like that.
Yeah, for us to know who we are, that means that's the downfall of their society. They're not going to be able to rule over us no more once we all know who we are.
Psalm 83 verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Yeah, when he said they, it's talking about these other nations, including the so-called Africans, man. You know? Because we ain't the same as the Africans. If you go into the scriptures, we was in captivity in Egypt. Those Egyptians was known as Africans. You would call them Africans today. We was all dark-skinned people. Our Lord had to go and hide in Egypt, you know, because we look similar to them. But we're not the same people, not the same nation.
For example,
Start at verse 1.
go ahead. If, for example, like Obama, his father goes back to so-called Africa. Okay? Yeah, from Kenya, yeah. He's not our people. You know?
Yeah, I one time, right? I asked the Kenyan guy, right? I was like, I was talking to him about, you know, Obama and whatever, because we do have our people that are in Africa, right? They're scattered because of the curses. So I was talking to him. I said, so you from Kenya? You like Obama, right? He said, nah. Me and Obama, we're different. I said, what's the biggest difference? He said, we circumcise and they don't. Now, the custom of the circumcision is who? Those are Israelites. That's what the custom of the circumcision goes back to. But Obama, they don't keep that custom. See? Go ahead.
Psalm 83 verse 1, keep not thou silence, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
The key word they say is thy enemies. Right. These other nations is our enemies. And to help you to see that is why is our people on the bottom and these other nations is up. You go into the little hoods, you got the Koreans, The Koreans, you got the Koreans, they own all the little Chinese food spots. You know, you got the chicken spots. Yep, they own they own the gas stations. So they all profiting off our people. Oh, they own the liquor stores, the damn Indians. You know? They don't, but our people don't own anything, so they all profiting out there. They our own neighborhood.
Thank y'all, bro.
He was here
Thank
first.
y'all. I appreciate y'all.
He was here first. And then all of a sudden they came, and then now they making money off us. Now, if you look back during the time, I heard back during like what, the early 1900s, if you look at like, what was that, Norfolk Penn? That was black owned pretty much. They had all black businesses, right? Now, if another nation was to come in there, they would have to pay tax. That's how it was back before you had cameras. You had like, you could pay off the authorities, all right? You had certain black police that would come in the neighborhood and police the neighborhood. Our people, we were policing our own neighborhoods. And then what happened is the other nations, our enemies,
Like the Black
they got
Panther.
together. Well, that's a, yup, exactly. The Black Panthers trying to form an organization to what? To help each other out.
Governor Black.
But what was the problem with the Black Panthers? They weren't spiritual. That was the problem. All right. So now the Most High is bringing out the truth, of who we are, which is spiritual. We're
That's
not
right.
black. All right. That's the first thing. We're not black. Nothing about us is black. Black represents death. Okay. Now we'll keep going on that.
Psalm 83, verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden
It
ones.
says taking crafty counsel, man. They got together, devised different plans, you know, wrote down different legislations, you know. That's what they did, all right? And then all of a sudden, because they like to say, oh, the so-called black man, he's lazy, or he don't like to work, he don't like to do this, he's always on drugs, he ain't shit, he always start trouble, he's always in and out of jail. But that was systematically inclined, all right? What's up? Nah. Yep, but all in all, when you go back to like the 20s, you go to the 30s, that time frame. Oh, okay. Nah, go around the 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven right there. Oh, you trying to sell them? Nah. I'm good. Good look though. Yep, but going back during that time, the 20s and the 30s, look who was gaining power. It was the Italians, the Irish, the Jewish people, okay? Those are the people that were able to gain establishments and set up different entities and businesses, right? They show you that in the movies, man. Like I always talk about Godfather. You know, you go watch them old not ancient, but them old timepieces, man. Especially during that time, because that was during the time of what? The Industrial Revolution. All right? The Industrial Revolution is what boosted America, man. All right? Basically created that steel curtain, if you will. All right? Which made places like what? Pittsburgh, Detroit. All right? A lot of places, even Baltimore. A lot of these places were flourishing, man. There was a lot of income during that time. And who was controlling it? All right? The people that were on the inside. But our people, we didn't have any piece of that pie. And if we did have a piece of that pie, we were working for a very, very, very low cost. Why? Because we were coming out off the slave, we were coming out of the plantations, right? We was coming out of chains. Our people were coming out of chains. We didn't have the opportunity that the same people that came over here off boats did. All right? So what did they do? Those same people, they got together, put down a legislation, because they were the ones becoming the cop, becoming the mayors, becoming the governors. What was the black governors in the 20s and the 30s? All right, in the early 1900s. The so-called black man was fighting to fucking vote. The white woman was voting before the so-called black man. All right? And then you had the woman's lib and all that. You had all, the so-called white man was exonerating his woman before you so-called black men, man. All right? Then the so-called black man, then he got happy. All right? Go somebody get that. Ecclesiastes 7:7. All right? He got happy when he started to be able to work for these major corporations that the so-called white man established. See? Which that was to your detriment. And that's what the brothers was going into. What? Because it all revolves around comfort. All right? You forgot your comfort. Your comfort is supposed to be the Holy Scriptures. Your comfort is not supposed to be a piece of the pie of your enemy. All right? Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 7.
Yeah,
Surely
sure.
oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Yeah, but you go back during the time of slavery, you had the so-called black, you actually had a black family structure. All right? You had mama, you had papa, you know? You had a little Junebug running around with a straw hat, with suspenders on and shit, looking like the so-called white man, dressing like the so-called white man. All right? But they knew who the enemy was. Why? Because they were being oppressed in their face. It was physical chains, physical shackles. Okay, go ahead.
And they gift destroyeth the heart.
Yeah, the gift destroyeth your mind, man. All right? That's why our people bugged out their mind, man. Day by day, our people are getting more simple, man. Day by day, our people are falling for the folly of the society. You so-called Hispanics too. Come over here, you make a couple dollars, and then you start looking down on your brethren that down there in Mexico, down there in Central America. Okay? Or look, they just exonerated themselves and made themselves better because they sit next to the so-called white men. Oh, matter of fact, what's that major lawn company, man? There's a major lawn company that the so-called Mexicans took over. It's like Green something. Back during the 90s and the early 2000s, that was the so-called white man's corporation. But you see who took that shit over. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't do the research on it, but you can see that basically Mexicans run that shit now, man. All right? Now they live in homes down in Montgomery County. All right? They live in these, because back when the Mexicans was coming, they was in Hondas, they was 8 deep. And that was the big fucking joke. Now they got Toyota Tundras. All right? They got BMWs, they got Benzes. And they souped up, they big in their head. And then they look at the caravan down there in Central America, the same people of their own kind trying to get to America, and they looking down upon them. They'll tell you that out their own mouth. Why? Because the gift has destroyed your mind, man. All right? That's it on that, right?
I got something.
Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Who's the stranger? The stranger are the heathens, man. Zawar. All right, in the Hebrew. Okay, and I got news for you too, man. All right, you have no business calling yourselves Christians or being a part of the anointed. All right, when you go back in the ancient times, when you look at the format of the priesthood had to make and prepare anointing oil. The anointing oil has specific ingredients, and that specific ingredients was not to be tampered with, right? And then after that oil was made, if they were to pour that on a heathen, on a stranger, then they'd be casted out as a heathen man. They basically casted out the king. So how the hell are you calling yourself the Christians or the anointed ones? Makes no sense. All right? So you are the stranger, man. You're the heathen. The people that are calling themselves Jews today, man. All right? Calling everybody else the Goyim. You the top Goyim on the earth. All right? You the top cattle on the earth. You the top servant on the earth, man. All right? You're the smallest individual, status-wise, all right, on earth, man. You so-called Jews. And our people love them fucking people, man. They always give them a goddamn pass. We bring up the history that so-called Christopher Columbus was a Jew, right? But you so-called blacks, Columbus Day. But guess what? He was a so-called Jew. But then, a month later, right, you gonna celebrate Thanksgiving. It's a bunch of hypocrites, man. All right? You bunch of actors, man. Why? Because that's that gift. That's that form of comfort, man. Yeah, exactly. That's right, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Right.
And thou shalt come down very low.
And our people are very low. Majority of the people, all right, that are poor, that are homeless, that got nowhere to go, that are in the prison industrial complex, who? The so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans too. Oh, let's not forget the reservations. All right, you want to talk about very low? That's the slums of the slums throughout the whole four corners of the earth. It don't get no poorer than the reservations here in America. Proving to you as well what? That's the real Hebrew Israelites. What you people buck up to, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Right, we ain't got the scriptures tell you what? The borrower is servant to the lender. All right? So there's no way we could lend to the so-called. I think about the dudes that came by. And he said, man, you see that bus? I'm gonna own that bus. Remember that? The God body, fake ass God body niggas? Yeah. Right? A nigga gonna try to own a bus and still have an iPhone or an Android. And who owns that? All right?
It says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Right?
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Yeah, you want to be the tail. You want to get the tail in, man. What does that mean, man? You want to get exactly. That's why you niggas love chitlins. You love fucking crabs. You love lobster. You love the bottom. You love shit.
Yeah, that's right.
You love hell, man. You love being at the bottom, man. That's why niggas make songs. Starting at the bottom now, yeah. But that nigga had that nigga ain't know nothing about the bottom, man. Fucking Draconian. Fucking Drake, man.
You sold that shit.
Yeah, you sold that. This mother's a fucking Malachite, man. Nigga grew up with luxury.
Catchphrase.
Yeah.
You know? Something niggas glory in.
Yeah.
ignorant of our people glory.
Yeah, why don't a nigga want to get a Benz? Why don't a nigga want to get a BMW? Pull up in the hood and say, look, this is what I got, nigga. Because they love the bottom, man. Now, when niggas make songs, I ain't never leaving the hood. They glorify that shit. You know? That's bugged out. Because why? You're the fucking tail and you love it. You know?
It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
Yeah, that's right. Our people are clearly destroyed, man. That's why they, at the end of work over, they still walk around with their badge going to Walmart. I got a job. I got a job.
Hey, like a possible car, I got me a home. I got me a home.
Right,
Yep.
right, man.
Yep, looking down on other J.
Somebody get that Haggai 1 and 3, man.
Yep. Especially out there in Capernaum, man.
Yeah.
They talk about Capernaum, man.
Yeah.
And the Lord gonna do something to Capernaum.
Yeah, Forestville, man.
Yep.
You know, cause a big flood to come through here, man. And wash all them big ass multi-million-dollar houses up, man. Them niggas ain't got garages, man. They got the horseshoe driveway, man. Just line them shits up.
They got gated communities.
Yeah, man.
With security guards, man.
Yeah, man.
And you got to talk to the security guard and wait like 5 minutes to get in, man.
And then when you talk to him, when you look at him, you think he own the house. He dip motherfucker driving a Jaguar. He driving some luxurious ass vehicle, man.
You got golf courses out there.
Right. Meanwhile, over here in West Baltimore, man, you know you got rats, roaches, raccoons. You got all kind of rodents.
High rent prices.
Yeah, man. I'm missing
Overpriced rents.
mold in the house, mildew.
Next door neighbor is vacant.
Oh, yeah, forget about it.
Oh, Lord.
Or you can hear your next door neighbor.
Yeah. Don't let one of them houses blow up. Like one of them houses blew up the other day, man. Over there in West Baltimore, man. You know?
Hey, man, destruction is coming. We gonna laugh, man. That's right, man. You know? It's gonna be a lot of what happened in New York in the 70s, man. A lot of buildings getting blown up, man, because of foreclosure, man. You know? You're gonna see a lot of flat land here, man. That's why the scripture says, what would I if it already be kindled? America's gonna be on fire before the Lord even comes and returns, man.
A lot of evictions.
Yeah.
A lot of people shit set out on the street. Little baby dolls, man. You know?
With one eye and shit.
Coloring books and shit. You'll see all of that, man.
Yeah, weave, tampons.
Yeah, them heads. Them heads.
Oh, yeah. The bitch put the wigs on, yeah. Yeah. And they set it on, they got it on their table, and then they take it off and put it on that shit. Put the little chains around that shit. You gonna see that shit rolling that shit. Hell yeah. Shopping carts, you know?
Yeah, people pushing shopping carts in the street.
Hell yeah, man.
With all that they can carry, man.
All that shit you see on TVs, militias, dirt bikes.
Tent cities.
Yeah. And then meanwhile, you gonna have Elf City, man. And in order to get in Elf City, what you gonna need? A registration. All right? You're gonna have to sign up, all right, to be a part of a special class of people that are able to do commerce. All right? And they're gonna insert something in your fucking hand.
Make you a special slave.
Exactly, man.
Y'all niggas want y'all to be special niggas.
Yeah. That's right, man.
Special niggas, man.
Yeah, man. You gonna get all the perks, the benefits, like you want anyway, man. You know?
Oh yeah, y'all want reparations.
Right.
Get the chip. Get the microchip. Man.
Yeah, man. They're gonna line up for that shit, man. Like Obama phones. Anything that comes for fucking free, any type of benefit, I can get that.
They finally giving us something.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally giving us something. Yep.
You know?
That's a snare to these people, man, for being ignorant, man.
Yeah.
And not trusting in Yahweh by Shemi Shah, man.
It's a form of comfort, man. Our comfort, like I said, is supposed to be these scriptures, man. And that comes with suffering, man. All right? Who got Haggai? Yup.
Haggai chapter 1 and verse 4.
No, 3.
Verse 3. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses?
Right, meaning what? Live luxurious, man. All right? Now, ain't nothing wrong with getting a house, even if you fucking buy a house, man. It's the mortgage is cheaper than fucking rent. You ain't gotta worry about somebody kicking you out and all that, man. If you're able to afford it, by all means. But we're not sitting here supposed to be trying to live luxurious, trying to live it up. Look, in it for the long run, man. This is a prison sentence. You know? We'll be looking to get out of fucking prison. Our people ain't looking at how to make their prison sentence more comfortable. And that's what niggas do.
The scriptures say the captive exile hasten to be loose, man.
That's right.
That his bread don't fail in the pit, man.
Yeah. And the scriptures also tell you what? Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. Our people lost hope, man. So their minds are fucking gone. It's polluted. All right, keep going.
It says, "And this house lie waste."
Yeah, and this house lie waste, man. Really, that's talking about the temple of the Lord. Meaning what? Our people are jacked up because our people represent the house of the Lord. And the house of the Lord is jacked up, but you want to live luxurious to shine on your own people. You know? Yo, I was reading the same chapter, man. It's Exodus the 30th chapter. See, people got a problem with, when they say that people of a higher tax bracket, they got to pay the same amount of percentage on tax. They be like, oh, that's not supposed to be. Well, that's how the scriptures was. It says no matter what, everybody got to pay 10%. Everybody got to pay the same amount of offering. All right? You got to get your fucking ass up and work. See, that's the problem with our people, man. They just want handouts, man. All right? They just want shit to just come fall in their lap. In every aspect, too. You got something like that in the truth, man. Just want to lay around and think revelations and the spirit going reveal things unto you and build you up just by you laying down. You know, just expecting things to come. No, you gotta labor, man. All right? And that's twofold, man. All right? Come on.
Sirach 13 and 26. A cheerful countenance is a token of a heart that is in prosperity, and the finding out of parables is a wearisome labor of the mind.
Yeah, that's right, man. When you get the deep, dark sayings of the Lord, all right? When you set your mind to learn equity, justice, all right? That's a wearisome labor, man. That takes a toil, man. All right? So it's the same concept, man. The house is lying waste. You got to get up and work. You ain't supposed to be trying to be in your leisure, so to speak, or live it up in your leisure, which the word leisure just means to read. Lay at. All right? But go back to Haggai.
Verse 5.
Read verse 3 again. We're going to go down to like 6 though. Yeah.
This is Sirach 38 and 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that have little business shall become wise.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, that's right. Little business, man. Okay, but that's a balance, man. Because Paul had to get on the Thessalonians too. For what? Not working. All right? Because they thought, it's actually in the fucking, the scholars talk about it, man. About what? So a lot of men believed that the Lord was going to come already, so they didn't have to work. That's why he said in Thessalonians, the last chapter of the first book, it says, what? Them that don't work should not eat. All right? And that's twofold, man. Okay? Go ahead. You still got hat? Come on, bro. All right. You got more? Water. Good stuff. Con. That's right, man. Go ahead, Hop.
Haggai 1 and verse 4. It says, "Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses,
Right.
and this house lie waste?"
And that's also talking about what? Here too. America's about to be destroyed, man. You trying to build up here. The economy about to collapse, man. All right? All hell about to break loose. Okay, I see actually one lady, she was somewhat in her right mind, at least, you know. We ain't supposed to store up like foods and goods. We're going to have faith in the Lord. All right? We're not supposed to store up. The scripture tell you that. Store up not your treasures on earth where moth and rust doeth corrupt. But store up your treasures in what? Heaven where moth and rust doeth not corrupt. Right? But this lady, this lady, she's like, man, I'm packing canned goods. I ain't asking why, but you know why. Because some people in tune. Some people know something about the fucking happen. You know? Y2K, that was a trial run, man. For brothers that remember that shit, man. That was a trial run. People were going crazy. Right before the year 2000. People was bugging out, man. You know? When you going to see that again real soon. Black Friday, man. People going to bug the fuck out. Stomp on each other, trample each other. The scripture tell you the love of many what shall wax cold, man. All right? That's a part of this house lying waste. Okay? Go ahead.
Second Ezra 16. This is Second Ezra 16, verse 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise, as he that had no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein.
You gotta live a balanced lifestyle, man. That's what it's about, man. So even if you buy, you gotta be looking as one that selleth, man. It's a balance, man. You can't be looking to do too much. All right, especially in a place where it's very unbalanced. It's easy to get unbalanced in this society, man. It's easy to stray off and fall off in this society. All right, number one, we in the flesh. All right, number two, everything in this society caters to the flesh, man. Every fucking thing, man. You know?
They gotta be users of the world, not abusers.
That's right.
Like the brother said, it's fire on one side and water on the other. You know, so you gotta walk that straight and narrow. Man.
That's right. That's right. And when Paul was talking about that, guess what he was talking about? Woman. All right? When you read that chapter, he equated the world with woman. Okay? Because what? That's what the fuck do, man, I be looking at that shit too. It's crazy. That's how, you know, this world fucked up. And you got Jake that be out there and shit. They want to have luxury cars and shit. This world backwards, man. You know? What's going on, bro? Yeah, you got Jake that got luxury cars. They married with children, kids and shit. You know, retired. That's what, man, they ain't got no woman. I mean, you know, that's living a bachelor's life, living that player lifestyle, man. But Jake, you know, they still want to look good. They want to see something, you know, make money and shit. But essentially, what's the reason you do all that shit? To please women. You know? That nigga, I'm thinking about too, he doing that to please his woman. So what? He could basically pull up and go to a restaurant, go to a nice hotel, right? And pull up in a Lexus. And why? Because his woman say, oh, get that car. We got to look good, baby. You know? So he's spending his last on that shit. All right? Or whatever the case is. One way, shape, or another, the concept of striving in this world is only to please women. To excel in this world, man. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with having money saved up. You know, don't get that twisted, man. A lot of brothers, you know, came into the truth being over righteous, basically, man. Ah, fuck that, man. I ain't got to worry about that. No, I'm good, man. Lord, put back soon. You know? A lot of brothers did that shit, man. That's not a wise move. Okay? Hey, the scripture talk about opportunity. All right? Whatever you set forth your hand to do with all that might. All right? Uh-huh.
This is us. First Esdras 4, verse 22. It says, by this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? Yea, man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sell upon the sea and upon rivers, and looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness, and when he hath stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love.
Yeah, you know it's a good example of that, right? The movie Troy. Remember Achilles' mother, she said, look, if you stay here, you're going to have a wife, you have kids, you're going to live. Well, he was like, she said, well, if you go over there, you want to seek your glory, men going to know your name, but you're going to die over there. You know, ultimately, well, how did Achilles die? Because he was supposed to fucking leave with his troops, with the Myrmidons. You know? He was supposed to be out. He was supposed to say, I see y'all later. Because he didn't want to fight with the Greeks anyway. He was an outcast. You know, he was a rebel, man. He was like, man, he was supposed to get on the boat and go home. But what? He was seeking for his glory. He wanted to get that woman. Yeah. And a bitch-ass nigga killed him. Yep. A bitch-ass nigga. He's always a bitch. Any movie, he's a bitch-ass nigga. Watch that movie, Kingdom of Heaven. Y'all some good movies, brothers. Watch. Kingdom of Heaven. Watch that. You've seen it before, right? Yes. Yeah, about the knights.
What about Ishmael?
Yeah, Ishmael and yeah, basically with Israelites, what was it? The Crusades. The Crusades. You had the Christians, you had the Israelites that were still keeping the custom of the Jews, like, you know, the circumcision, if you will. Now, it wasn't no bullshit. No, I don't give it up. I don't want to give it up because I mentioned it, but something happened that you wouldn't agree with. I put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that bitch ass nigga. You know, that dude, man. He was a Saving Private Ryan. Well, he looked like the dude, at least. At the end, yeah, up him. You know, he's a bitch ass nigga, man. Every fucking movie he plays, man. You know? Yeah. You know? Don't be like him. Well, his name was Apachiclus in fucking in the movie Troy. You know, he was the weaker link. But he took down a mighty man. Why? Because he was chasing that woman. You know?
The scripture said, looketh upon a lion.
Yeah.
Like a man is ready to risk his life to
Please a woman.
man.
Yo, but you know what too, bro? You know what things that something that we take for granted is that part we say travel across seas. You know how dangerous that is to travel in the ocean? You don't know what, especially if you don't know how to navigate the ocean, or if you got a bad navigator in the ocean.
They didn't have meteorologists back then.
Nah, but essentially they did though. In so many words, not to where they had satellites. But remember, now you had navigators in the sea. You know, there's ways to do it. You know, you had people that were on the boat to navigate. It's like Columbus, when he came over on this side, they had navigators, man. They knew what they was doing. All right, just like you had Issachar, man. You had Issachar. They were the main navigators of the northern tribe coming over here. Why? Because you have people that can read the stars, they can read the sun, they can read the heavens. Because that's the waters, man. All that's connected together. That's in the book of Esdras. You know how the waters, the waters were divided. You know, you had the one heaven that was down here, you had the one heaven, the Shemayim. It was divided, but it's together. So you have men that were able to read the stars, read the moon, you know, see where the sun was. Just by that alone, you have people that know how to navigate, man. Because you got certain stars that don't go nowhere, like Orion's belt. You know, you got so-called Jupiter. You know, the North Star. You got the North Star. The sun don't set in the north. It rises in the east, sets in the west. You know, so you had people that were able to navigate. You know, but if you had a bad navigator, you know, because then you got to look at what? You got to look at the tempests. You got to read the clouds. You got to know where the storms is coming. Oh no, we ain't going that way. Because we go that way, we go into an eye of a storm. So traveling the sea was fucking dangerous, man. You know? You had Leviathan out there, you got sharks, killer whales and shit. You know, the sea is dangerous. That's a dangerous place, man. You know? Okay, yeah, stick around a little while. No doubt, no doubt. No doubt. All right. I got something. Bring out. Go back to Haggai.
This is Haggai 1:5. Now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
Well, another example of that was, remember when the disciples, they had Yahweh Shai on the boat. Remember? They were traveling in the sea. They got shook. They said, oh, what the fuck is this? If it wasn't for Yahweh Shai, but you know, through the Spirit, the Most High had that happen to show forth that glory. And that's another thing I'll say real quick, man. That's why another reason you can't shy away from persecution and catching hell. Because that's the only way you can truly know the power of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. There's no other way you can truly know the Lord, man. Why? Because you have to have something happen to you to where you can't, there's nothing you can do about it. Except what? Pray to the Lord, Him show forth His power and deliver you out of the situation. That was the whole point of Egypt. That's the whole point of the children of Israel coming out of Egypt. Catching all that hell, catching all that persecution, the plagues hit, them shake the spot. And then what? That show forth the glory of the Lord. Then the name of the Lord was spread forth throughout all nations. You know? So, hey, man. But all in all, you know, going back to the point, you know, so there's nothing new under the sun. The apostles was going into that, out of the technology, the Urim and the Thummim, you know, all that, there's nothing new. You know, there was electricity. Like, they talk about Thomas Edison invented electricity or the light bulb or whatever. That's nothing new. The concept of electricity, your body's made out of electricity. The irrigation system, y'all see Apostle Ronald brought out how the Romans, they like to give the concept of plumbing and the irrigation system to the Romans, but they stole that from the Carthaginians. Which were Israelites. But the Carthaginians had an irrigation system. They had a society that was well ordered and structured. You know, they had a civilization, a flourishing civilization. And the Romans, which were Edomites, all right, which the scriptures tell you that they're Edomites, all right, when you go into the Maccabees, you go into the history, the Edomites, they got mad at that flourishing place, and they waged war on it and besieged it and took it over. And then when people think about plumbing and irrigation and, you know, different societies and structures, they think of the Romans. Oh, what a great civilization Rome was. It was all stolen.
Yeah, because they conquered the lands.
Right.
They took the innovations from those lands.
Right.
It's like Esau would do, man. Esau's a law, man.
Yeah, he's not an originator, man.
Yeah, he's a thief. That's what scripture said. They cry after him as after a thief in the book of Job, 30th chapter, man. So everything Esau got, he stole, man. And he just got the power to prop it up. And he has the minds of the people. he's essentially stole the minds of the people, man.
Yeah.
They have them believing that he's the innovator, he's the one that made things happen. He's the original, you know?
Without him, nothing can happen. You know? Or anything you want to, any law that got to get put on the books, what got to happen? You got to go through Esau. You got to write it up. You know, you got to send it to your local politicians, your local legislators. You know, they got to approve of it. So that's why Esau has the minds of these people, man. Nothing. They like Frank White. You know? That's why everyone is in tribute to them, man. All right? You got something? Yeah, let's bring that out.
Micah 2 verse 1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in their power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
That's right, man. That's what has been done, man, throughout for the past almost 2,000 years. You know, minus that 1,000 years that our people were ruling. All right, but it's been 1,000 years. If you sum it all up, if you estimate it within the past 1,000 of the time has been all jacked up by the so-called white men. Even further than that, going back 500 years prior, or roundabout, because the Greeks came into power around, they said 323 BC, all right, round about that time. So that's 300 years prior too. And you know he was causing all kind of havoc even prior to that, you know? Doing deals with the Persians, because that war with the Macedonians and the Persians, they only got into power in around that time, 323 AD. But even, remember, Alexander's father, Philip of Macedon, was fighting the Persians and the Medes prior, man. All right? So the so-called white men been causing havoc for 1,500 years plus on the entire earth, man. All right? Yep. No, you know what? Go back to where you was at and keep going, because you know it's funny because we bring out a lot of times we bring that out, but we always bring it out in pieces. Keep going.
Micah 2 verse 3, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, or the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily. For this time is evil. In that day shall one take up a parable against you.
Right, and real quick, how you know that's talking about Esau? Because it says what? When it talked about Alexander and his 4 generals, it says evils will multiply on the earth. So read that last part again.
It says, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, for this time is evil.
For this time is evil. During that time frame in which these things will happen. That's why the scripture tell you in Malachi the 1st chapter. See what hey man, you played out, man. Esau, Edom, Christianity is fucking played out. Cause look, check it out, right? I don't know if y'all see the video of the elder, brother Amawang Gabar. You know, he GMS Awakened. He did a video on how Esau trying to go into Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. You see, I don't know if you see it.
I see it.
You see it?
I
See it? But you see how they go into pieces now. Because if you read Malachi the 1st chapter, it explains to you that why he hates Esau and the shame that Esau is going to happen to Esau. He try to say that, what do he say that he don't really hate Esau? It's like a shame. Oh, I hate to eat vegetables. Like you know you play. Oh, I hate vegetables. That's how the Most High is making reference to hating Esau. That's what he's trying to say. But what about when you read the rest of the chapter? Because guess what? That's what they do to us. That's only a part. You gotta read the whole chapter. Don't they say that to us? Yeah. Why you ain't read the whole chapter, Esau? You bitch ass nigga. You know?
What about the book of Obadiah?
Right. Forget about it.
Around that.
Right. Exactly.
Read the whole book.
That's right. You read the whole book. Read the whole chapter, Esau. You know? You always want to do that to us. See, they only take out pieces. But their own shame is coming upon them, man. All right? Their own tongue is falling upon them, man. Everything that they say is coming right back on them. But you've done a lot of dirt, man, through your policies, all right? Through your legislation, through your bureaucracy, all right? Esau Edom has done a lot of damage through these entities, man, through these vessels and channels, man. That's right. Go ahead. Is it quick? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 49:10. When I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yeah, he is not.
Hey,
That's right.
The scripture says he shall not be able to hide himself, man. So whatever he do, he can't hide the fact of who he is, man.
That's right.
If he go to kill the nation of Israel, he's gonna be fulfilling the prophecy, man. Because it said Esau shall pursue his brother with the sword, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So during the hour of martial law, when they go to exterminate Israel and try to get their birthright back, the judgment is upon them. They're guilty, man. They're gonna be found guilty.
That's right.
He can't really do nothing in the body because if he don't do nothing, his word gonna keep going out, you know, and it's just gonna be totally exposed. So, but then when he act, it's gonna be like you fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
When he started Third World War,
Yup.
you know, over there in the Middle East, when Israel start that war over there in the Middle East, man, he's gonna be fulfilling the book of Jeremiah.
Can't
You know?
escape his judgment.
He can't escape.
No.
He's in a quagmire, man. He's in too deep, man.
Yeah. Read that again, now.
It's
There's another
Jeremiah.
part there, too.
It's Jeremiah 49:10.
Right?
It says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not."
Yeah, everybody else is robbed. Every other country you go, what country can you go with a so-called white man set his dirty ass fucking paws, right? His dirty ass webbed feet, you know? And that land is still flourishing, or it's a metropolis, you know? Where has the so-called white man gone and life still exists there? You know, man? Oh, you know, apostles always bring out the movie Planet of the Apes. That speech that the ape gave, he's the harbinger of death. Beware of the beast, man.
Border of wickedness.
Yeah, man, he's the border of wickedness, man. Everywhere this man, this dirty, stinking, you know, filthy animal, everywhere he goes, man, trouble and disaster happens, man.
Somebody dies.
Yeah. Animals start to become extinct.
Death follows.
Yeah, get there. Yeah, that sounds like a good one. That's right, man. All right. That's it on that. Go ahead.
Micah chapter 2, verse 4. "In that day shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation, and say, We be utterly spoiled. He has changed the portion of my people."
See, that's it. That's everybody on earth, man. Whether you black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American, all right? The so-called Arabs. Why do we have to say so-called? Because the so-called white man gave you that name. The so-called East Indians, all right? The so-called Africans, all right? The natural-born Africans, okay, which are Hamites. The so-called Polynesians, all right? The so-called Aborigines of Australia. This is all so-called. Why? Because the so-called white man has taken away their portion, has jammed up their lands, all right? Robbed them of their resources, all right? Then you make holidays out of it. A federal holiday at that.
They go to the bank something Columbus Day, man.
Yeah.
That means something, man.
Hell yeah. That means they exonerate this man and his actions.
Not only exonerated, but they applaud it.
Yeah. That's right, man. All right? And that's what the scriptures is saying, man. Yeah. Everywhere this man goes, lots get destroyed, man. Scriptures tell you, remove not the ancient landmark, man. He done destroyed every landmark, man. All right?
And Lord, his desires
Hell,
is hell.
you're right.
He wants everything, man.
Can't be satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Revelation 6 and 8. It says, "And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth."
Said death follows him, man. So
Yeah.
wherever he goes, there's death. That's another identifier of the so-called white man. Or who Edom Esau, the devil is, man.
That's his trip. It's like a dog. The reason why a dog fucking, when he walks up and down the street, pisses on everything to mark territory. The so-called white man marks territory by killing people. By bloodshed, man. But it's good to tell you, thou hast not hated blood. You know? Blood shall pursue thee. They love blood, man.
Get off to that.
Yeah, man.
They drink blood.
Yeah.
They drink blood, they eat blood from the animals that they don't fully cook. You know?
Something off a little baby's penises.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, oh, man. Yo, because look, man, they supposed to be the highest of the highest. They be the lowest of the lowest.
Yeah, they supposed to be priests.
Yeah. Yeah. The so-called Jews is the lowest. That's the scum of the earth.
Right.
Facts. No more. That's right. Facts.
Oh, but that's anti-Semitic.
Well, that was the slave trade was anti-Semitic. God damn it. All right. The massacre of the North American Indians was anti-Semitic. All right. Hey, let's keep it all the way real. All right. You bombing the motherfucking Saudis and Iranians, and that's anti-Semitic. The hell these people talking about anti-Semitic, man? And it's anti-Shemitic. All right, retards. All right, people just that just proves that people just gobble up. What the fuck they on they eat that nigga?
Stole their minds.
Yeah, that's it.
They get off to that, man. They get off to the fact that they can put something out there and people believe that. And they just be laughing in their boardrooms and all of that.
Right.
They just like, oh, those stupid niggas, they believe that shit. They believe that they're black. Eating steaks and shit to it.
Yeah.
The best of the best steaks, man.
No, bloody steaks. Blood all over the goddamn. You know, blood all over the goddamn place. Goddamn, man. Little boys in the back getting prepped, oiled up.
They speak proud, but loftily concerning oppression.
Yo, man. Yeah.
Psalm 73.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Yo,
Trump said, he said black people should vote for him because he said, yeah, what do you have to lose? That's exactly what he said. You know?
Hey, yo. Hey, you wanted an honest president, right? Everybody want an honest president, right?
Transparency.
Yeah. They like, nah, give me the bullshit back. This nigga's too vulgar. He's too raunchy. You gotta get rid of him. He's too honest. You know?
They think the transparency means love. No. You gonna come to find out it means they hate you, man.
And deep down inside, that hurts my soul, man. Like, yo, it's like Jake is so stupid, man. How fucking dumb can you be? You know? That's how you know there's a trend on the mind of the people, man. Who, Trump?
No, Lil Word.
Oh, you
He
did?
said, how dumb can you be?
Oh, yeah, forget about it. Yeah, man. It's gone, man. Our people are through, man. You know? They take pride in college. They take pride in these corporations that they work for, which these corporations got rich off the blood, sweat, and tears of their ancestors, nigga.
Well, last year or 2 years ago, they had this little thing where they were taking down statues of these prominent colleges, man, because the statues that was at these colleges would represent either they had slaves or something happened, man, where they was known racist, man. Yeah, where they was known racist at these prominent colleges, man. So they uplift them just like they did Columbus. They uplift these dudes, man, in their colleges.
Yeah.
Jake prides themselves on going there being a minority in these Edomite colleges, man.
Oh, what's that in Alabama? What was that? Remember that when they had them Jakes going to school? Remember some Forrest Gump? Yeah, remember he said Forrest Coons coming into school. He said, Coons? Mom just chased Paul with the broom. And that nigga was stupid. But no, remember it was Birmingham, Alabama. Remember? Yeah, like it was the nigga woman, and it was like some Jakes and shit. You know? But they were so, you know, had that stupid ass, dumb ass, fake ass, prestigious look on their face like, we made it. You know? It's dumb, man. You know, and then, what's his name? Ball? What is the father name? LeVar Ball. He's dumb for trying to start his own league. Or he's dumb for trying to start his own brand. You know? And then you got niggas like Stephen A. Smith just, you know, talking shit about the man. You know? Here it is. Look, here it is. It's a man, a so-called black man that's raising his sons, and they actually becoming something, right? And he gets shitted on. Everything. There's all kind of laughing stocks about the man.
The media creates the narrative.
Right. But Kevin Durant's mother's the MVP. Hate you niggas.
Let's go back to the scripture and say folly and sin.
Great dignity, that's right.
And the rich sit in low places.
Right. And if I'm not mistaken, Kevin Durant's mother didn't even allow him to go to the fucking gym. He had to sneak out to go shoot. said what?
I said, sounds about right.
Yeah, because you know she was trying to so-called. It's dangerous out. You know, I don't want you to go out late at night.
Yeah.
So he would sneak to the gym and play ball and shit. That's what I heard. You know, wait, she the MVP though. Nigga, what? With LeVar Ball, he's the scum of the earth. Here it is. He pushing his sons. That's what a man's supposed to do. Oh, you know who's another scum of the earth? Joe Jackson. You know, the Jackson's father. But he's beating his kids. He's straightening his kids out right, man. You know?
Say that he that teaches his son grieve with the enemy.
Right. Dude, that's prophecy fulfilled. You know? All right?
So the enemy's hurt.
Yeah, that's why they make examples out of people like Joe Jackson. You know? Shit crazy, man.
As a father, you do what's best for your son because you know the traps that are out here for the son. But you get shunned by the mother, get shunned by the world for doing it.
Yeah, man. You know?
It's Sirach 30:1. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, and that he may have joy of him in the end.
And that's a fucking sin in this world, man. All right? And I was thinking about it too, because you got some women that still beat their kids, but they got to take them to the bathroom and do it. You know? And then the child come out crying, but nobody will question her. But let a man take his child to the bathroom and beat his ass, and the kid come out crying. But the cops is gonna be waiting outside the fucking store.
That's right.
You know?
That's a fact.
And then they take the kids and they put them in a foster care where they can get the lesson and all types of stuff.
It just infuriates you, man. You know, this devil gotta get he got to get got.
You gotta be taken out of power.
Yeah, he gotta get his, man. All right?
Verse 2, he that chastiseth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
Yeah, before his friends, because he's gonna be honorable, man. You know? He's gonna be a good representation, man. You know? And that's what is being done with us right now, spiritually. You know? With Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we're being chastised right now. So what? We be amongst that number to get that crown. All right? To have that joy in the last day, man. You know? That's why we have spiritual parents, man. Spiritual fathers, if you will, man. You know? To chastise us, man. To set us right, to make sure we're in order, man. You know, like people call it men pleasing. You know? People call it this, they call it that. It's shunned upon, man. You know, even in the world of Israel. Or you just following men. You just following men.
It's Hebrews 12:5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord.
Hold up, go back a line. It said the exhortation. Read that
Yes.
part.
And you have forgotten the exhortation.
Yeah, you forgot the exhortation. Our people forgot exhortation. When you look up the word exhortation, it's twofold. Exhortation could be something that's to lift you up, to brother, pick your feet up, brother. You can keep your head up, brother. But exhortation could also be a stiff warning. All right, that's also exhortation as well, man. When you look it up, all right. And our people forgot that way. They forgot the straight and narrow, man. All right. They forgot the hard path. That's why That's why the scripture tell you that in 2 Corinthians 7th chapter said, what? If you can't endure the narrow, how can you enjoy the broad? And the broad is what? That broad city is talking about the kingdom. If you can't endure the hardship in this time, you can't endure chastening in this time, there's no way that you're fit for the kingdom. All right? Don't even look that way, man. You know?
Which speaketh unto you as unto children.
You know what it is, Salaki, brother? Because men really don't believe, man. You know, that's what it all boils down to. A lot of men truly don't believe in this thing, man. So they don't believe that when they go through chastening, it's for their own benefit, for something better in the future. They can't see it far off, man. All right? They're blind and they can't see it far off, like the scriptures tell you, man, because they forgot those certain things. All right? Knowledge, temperance, patience, you know? Long suffering, that's right. He said, if you forget these things, you forget, that man can't see it far off, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, my son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
See, don't faint, don't get weak. Scriptures tell you, if you faint in the day of adversity, then thy strength is weak. Well, what good are you, man? What good is a soldier? He can't stay on his feet, fight, and move onward, man. All right? You just go with the drummers, man. You know? Don't even go with the drummers. The drummers got more heart than you. You know? Go back home, man. All right?
For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth.
That's it, man. You got more?
And he scourges every son whom he receiveth.
That's Hebrews 12.
It says, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are you bastards and not sons.
Yeah, that's what it says, man. What is a bastard? A bastard is a son that's basically disregarded, man. You know? Basically, a bastard is like, for instance, what Hitler was. You know? He was born by a heathen woman, so he can look down upon him. That's why that scripture's in there. It talks about what? When the woman that is hated, he shall not, if a man had two wives, the first one that had the firstborn son should not take away the duties of the firstborn. You know, because a man that have a child by a woman, it'd be like his third wife or his third son, he don't get the benefits. He don't get the same attributes. He don't get the same, you know, I think he's considered a bastard. The ones that receive the inheritance are not bastards. Why? Because they endured the chastisement. Because the father is going to be hardest on who? The oldest son. You know? The oldest son, why? Because when the father's not awake, the oldest son is in charge. All right? He's the one that got to make sure things is in order. All right? So he's going to get it the hardest. Why? Because he's going to be the next representation of the household after the father moves away and passes away. All right? Just like Yahushua. Yahushua was the greatest example. That's why he had the greatest punishment. Yahushua had the ultimate punishment. Why? Because he is the firstborn son. To show forth the way for the sons to come. All right? The sons of God. So you can understand. All right?
I got something. This is Deuteronomy 8:5. It says, thou shalt also consider in thy heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord thy power chasteneth thee. Basically backing up what was written in Hebrews, man. You're supposed to consider it in your mind. You know?
That's right. That's right.
More? Yeah. Verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
Right. Because when your father come around, you know, he beat your ass, and you get shook, man. You know? Your mother, you kind of like eat that shit, like, whatever, keep it moving. Your father, you like, oh shit, my father coming. You start putting everything, start acting like you was doing homework, you know? I used to hear my father's car coming in. I knew that engine. Whatever car he had, like 3-4 cars growing up, man. I heard that fucking engine. I was like, oh, that's my pops. I need to make sure shit is in order. You know? So it's the same concept, man. You know, we know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to return. You know? Well, hey, look, that's we getting things in order because what? We're stewards of the house. Remember, the scriptures tell you if the master's going away from the house, you're supposed to tend to the house. Except what? The master come and that steward, he basically laying on his ass. You know? The floor ain't swept up. You know? Grass growing 6 feet high. You know, he ain't tend to the house. You know? What's your nationality?
My nationality?
Yeah.
Black.
Nah, we can't help you.
Verse 10. For verily for a few days chasten us after, for they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure.
Hey, sometimes you help Jake. Sometimes then, come on, Jake, you got Jordans on. Next. Like, that's like, oh, I was looking at this shit. Oh, I seen how to bought that motherfucker. Come on, man, you coming by asking for food and shit. How you get them Jordans? Come on, man, them $100 sneakers on his feet, man. You know, sweatpants and all that.
My man, those are that far.
Oh, it look like whatever, man. Fuck. So what, man? Just
fresh.
clean, man.
Yeah, he looks fresh.
Yeah, whatever, man. You know, that ain't the point. At the end of the day, you know, like I said, we help out Jake sometime, man. You know, but sometimes you gotta read spirits, man. You know, scripture say, know that whom you do is good to, right? All right?
It says, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
Speak on it.
Exactly. All right. The fathers of our flesh, they chastise us, and we reverence them afterwards. All right. We might have gotten a spanking or whatever, and we didn't like it in the moment, but afterwards we realized what the Lord, what our Father did. How much more the Creator of all things, man?
Because he gives spiritual chastisement.
That's right. And we just read in Surah 30 that he that loveth his son makes him feel the rod often, man. So the Heavenly Father, if he loves us, that means he's gonna make us feel the spiritual rod often.
Yeah,
and
man.
we just read that it's very grievous.
How can you not have that bitter, grumpy spirit? Because basically, you know, you got other Israelites that shun Great Millstone for that bitter and grumpy spirit. You know? Because we often catching hell, man. You know? When you truly living for Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you catching hell, man. It ain't pleasant. You know? You start to develop a callous, man. After a while, it's like, oh, whatever. You know? Okay, all right. You win, Satan. It's your world. It's your time. You know? We just keep trooping, man. We just keep moving on, man. And that be that. You know? Bring two more. Close out.
I got some real quick. This is Psalm chapter 73 and 1. It says, truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. You know, like the brother was saying, man, you know, the Lord, the chastisement, you know, it's for our embetterment, man. You know, it's to purge us and cleanse our minds, man. You know?
Yeah, the broken spirit and the contrite heart. That's what's acceptable unto the Lord. You know? So, in order to make you have that contrite and broken spirit, he's going to break you. You know? He's going to wound you. You know? Scripture tell you about the wound. Scripture talk about the wounds and stripes. You know, it's a proverb. You know? They want to get what you get. You know? But all in all, you know, because wounds basically cast out demons, man. You know? In so many words. I forget. Let me see. Go ahead.
Proverbs 23, verse 13, withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell.
Yeah, that's right. You deliver his soul from hell, meaning what? The destruction has to come. Let me read. What you got? Let me read this. Proverbs 20 and 30 says the blueness of a wound. When you beat somebody to the, you see blue, I mean you beat the shit out of them. You know, black and blue. It says the blueness of a wound cleanseth away evil. So do stripes the inward parts of the belly. See, what is the inward parts of the belly? Your mind. So those stripes, those spiritual stripes, that blueness is to get rid of those demons that's on you, man. So when you going off, you doing whatever, even if you're not going off, man, the Most High give you those stripes to straighten you out, so you don't get them spirits on you, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's why we constantly hear this word, man, to purge those demons and the ways of this world off of us.
Yeah, no, because what the scripture says, what? The word of the Lord is a sharp and two-edged sword, piercing and dividing the asunder to the soul. Right. You know? It pierces you.
Right.
You know?
This is 1 Corinthians 11 and 31. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world.
There you go. So we're not condemned, man. We're chastened so we're not led into condemnation, man. You know? Anybody else got something? We'll close on that.
Yeah, this is 1 Samuel 2, verse 6. It says, the Lord killeth and maketh alive, he bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich, he bringeth low and lifteth up. So the Lord bringeth low and he lifteth up.
That's right, man.
Power of the Lord.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, you're gonna have high times in the truth, you're gonna have high moments, you're gonna have low moments. And the more and more you dabble into the truth, you're gonna have more lows, man. All right? You know, and just deal with it, man, because that's how you're gonna understand the power of the Lord. You know? We'll close off with that, man. Call Lord Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash. You know, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, Labaquan. Peace to the elect. Shalom. Shalom.